This is a self-manifested deity. Like Radhanath, it is maybe the oldest self-manifested deity here in Braj. Devotees usually don't know this, but we are at a very, very special place where a self-manifested deity of Lord Krishna is there, showing how he is the source of the sun god and the moon god. Sri Krishna Surya Narayan ki! Yes, this is the wonderful deity. It's a Krishna deity, in other words. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachinandana Vigraha. And now comes the word Anadiya. He is the source of all sources. Anadiya Adiya Govinda. Is the source of all sources. This is the deity which you can see here with your own tired eyes. Hare Krishna. This deity is a deity which fulfills all requests. You might have noticed the village of Surya Kund is especially opulent because all the Vasis here are devout worshippers of Surya Narayan. Each evening, Adis of this village comes before Surya Narayan and chants for 1 hour or so the wonderful the Hare Krishna mantra. They chant the Hare Krishna mantra and the ladies dance and the boys also dance, and I have learned some new dance steps which I will introduce at a proper occasion. From them only. Rich village, they all have enough to eat. It's very easy. We live here on Madhukari. We don't even have to go and beg it. They all bring it here because they know we are extremely lazy and determined to just use every minute to chant. So they come here with everything. This is a very hospitable village also. And they are really enlightened by Surya Narayan's presence here. And we can be very, very happy. You have noticed when you came, they brought you this cha, this buttermilk, out of a spontaneous desire to serve Vaishnavas. It's a very, very nice place. And before you go, do not forget to request Surya Narayan confidentially for your particular desire in devotional life. It will be fulfilled without a question. Krishna has fulfilled Srimati Radharani's desire to meet him here. Before the eyes of Yatila, what could be a more unfavorable place for meeting? But Radharani's desire was fulfilled beyond all obstacles, or despite all obstacles. So there may be many obstacles in your life, like blistered feet, a blistered mind, a problematic character, whatever you carry around with you as an obstacle. Despite all obstacles, you will reach your spiritual goal by the blessing of Surya Narayan. This is not some empty words which can be said at every place in Braj. They are especially true in this place here in Braj. Please do not forget to get your own treasure from this place. That is by a very good prayer in devotional life. I would like to read to you a very nice invitation of Lord Krishna to all of you. Even like this, you should have a question in your heart. How can I meet Krishna? in the sense of coming close to him. Prabhupada said, Krishna's business is rasadi vilas, dancing with the gopis. He has no other business. Once Prabhupada said, you never find Krishna with an overall. Overall is, at least in Germany, a suit for working. It's a blue sutra suit with which you can climb under cars and work on the cars, something. Prabhupada said, you will never find Krishna. He's always dressed for dancing. People try to imitate Krishna by dancing in ballrooms and nightclubs. You are from Bombay, you know. Since we are part and parcel of Krishna, we have the same spirit of dancing. But because we are in the material world, the material covering has perverted the dancing propensity. Our dancing and Krishna's dancing are not the same. This perverted reflection inebriates and frustrates us. But in the dancing of Krishna, there is no inebriation, no frustration, because it is not false. It is real. Chit Vilas. He is the enjoyer of the spiritual potency. Now after making the point, what is Krishna, that Krishna is dancing with the gopis in Vrindavan, Prabhupada comes right to us. Those who come to Vrindavan should try to understand Krishna. Krishna exhibits his Leela here personally, so that you may hear about him and become attracted. Oh, how can I go and play with Krishna? How can I go and dance with Krishna? How can I develop paternal affection for Krishna? How can I become a tree or a blade of grass in Vrindavan, so that Krishna may trample over me? You know, the grass has only one prayer. When will Krishna trample over me? In the nectar of devotion, there is the Vankalpa Vriksha tree, who is sorry one day. He says, Krishna has not yet come by and gone under my shadow. The devotee said, he will soon come, he will soon come, don't be sorry. So if you feel it is too inappropriate for you to request Krishna to go and dance with him, you can at least pray, when will you trample over me? This is somehow you must come in contact with Krishna. This is the purpose of coming to Vrindavan. This is called Krishna Prema. Krishna demonstrates his activities to give facility to the conditioned soul. This is Krishna's business. And now Prabhupada speaks in the voice of Krishna. Why don't you come back to me and dance with me? Why you are rotting in this rotting dance? You want association. You want sporting. Why don't you come to me and take part in my sporting with the cowherd boys? This is the invitation of Krishna. So anyone with intelligence will try to enter into the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. My dear devotees, believe it or not, somehow you have come to Krishna. He is here in the sacred land of Vrindavan. He is still performing his pastimes. But now please listen to the invitation of Krishna. He wants you to join him. Like Prabhupada says, why don't you come to me? Krishna is begging, he's requesting, he's sending his pure devotees to come and request on his behalf. At the end of Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Parikshit Maharaj repeats the same invitation of Krishna to his mother Uttara. He says, "Mother, somehow manage to bring yourself to Gokula." This is how it is translated. Manage to bring yourself there. And then in the next verse he says something which I feel is very appropriate. "You somehow have also managed to bring yourself here, half asleep and exhausted, I'm seeing you, but willing to take in more information and inspiration. Don't you sometimes feel you have reached, but you have not reached at the same time? Don't we all sometimes feel this embarrassing frustration? I'm sitting in the Krishna's land, but I'm thinking about my foot. The one part of my body I'm thinking least of, and I should be thinking least of. I'm thinking only of my foot or my digestive processes." So we feel in a very heartbroken way, I have reached here, but at the same time, I'm millions of light years away, even here, at the sacred land where I have reached Krishna. I have not reached him. I am such a rascal. My mind is such an ill-doer and wrongdoer. I have managed to come here, but I'm not here. So Parikshit Maharaj takes on this theme when he speaks to Uttara. He says, "Mother, you may come to Mathura Vrindavan. You may come to Braj, but you may not immediately experience a loving relationship with Lord Gopinath." But then he gives the escape. "But mother, if you approach the devotees of Lord Gopinath and you serve the dust of their feet, then for sure Krishna will accept you." I think on this Braj Mandal Parikrama which you take, you can profit from this instruction of Parikshit Maharaj, that somehow Krishna in his Leela is there, Vrindavan is there, but we are in our own little world. A rotting world, but a strong world, because it is made up of the illusory potency of Lord Krishna, which is so strong that we can only overcome it by the help of Krishna's devotees, which are sent to us by Lord Krishna personally. My dear devotees, Radhanath Maharaj has said, "I have some realization. I have a realization, a strong realization. Sachinandana Swami is very, very fallen." This is my realization. This is... No. It is a fact. I will not accept your joke at this moment. It is... but there is... he's giving me mercy. Oh, sorry.
Sachinandana Swami is speaking honestly. He is very fallen in love with Krishna.
Do not put a thorn in my side. Do not make me suffer more. It is a fact. Krishna is there. But we are in Kali Yuga. Vaishnavas. And here is my older brother who has given me a mercy garland which I'm holding. That is our chance! Wake up to your chance! When you can walk many times around Vrindavan, but the mercy of the Vaishnavas, that will help us. That is very true. When that is there, it goes very nice. Also, my dear devotees, that you sometimes feel exhausted, that you feel sometimes, I am very miserable, I am very Deen. Deen means fallen. It is good. I want to introduce you to a school in Krishna consciousness, which is very often forgotten, but which is very, very necessary. If you enter into this school in Krishna consciousness on this day, you will quickly make advancement. I have a quote from Srila Prabhupada. As Radharani is always in feelings of separation from Krishna, similarly, in the position of Radharani, Lord Chaitanya was feeling separation from Krishna. That is the teaching of Lord Chaitanya. Feelings of separation, not meeting. The process of devotional service taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his disciplic succession is how to feel separation from Krishna. That is Radharani's position, always feeling the separation. The Goswamis, when they were in Vrindavan, never said that, I have seen Krishna. Although they were the most perfect, they never said, I have seen Krishna. The Goswamis were praying in this way. Repeat. Hey Radhe! Hey Radhe! Vraja Devi ke! Vraja Devi ke! Chalalite! Chalalite! Hey Nanda Suno! Hey Nanda Suno! Kutha! Kutha! O Radharani! O Radharani! Do you have a voice? O Radharani! O Radharani! Where are you? Where are you? Where are your associates? Where are your associates? Where are you? Where are you? O son of Nanda Maharaj! O son of Nanda Maharaj! Krishna! Krishna! Where are you? Where are you? Are you near Govardhan Hill? Are you near Govardhan Hill? Or on the bank of the Yamuna? Or on the bank of the Yamuna? Where are you? Where are you? Their business was crying like this. So throughout the whole tract of Vrindavan they were crying and searching after Radha and Krishna. So we have to follow the footprints of the Goswamis. How to search out Krishna and Radharani in Vrindavan. All within your heart. That is the process of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's bhajan. Feeling of separation. Vipralamba Seva. Feel the separation. The more you feel separation from Krishna, you should understand that you are advancing. Don't try to see Krishna artificially. Be advanced in separation feelings, and then it will be perfect. That is the teaching of Lord Chaitanya. This is from a lecture of Srila Prabhupada given in the year 69. Prabhupada has also read about this, written about this school of feeling the separation in his Krishna book later. Dear devotees, as soon as you can convert your very real misery of conditioned souls into feeling of separation of Krishna. Oh Krishna, I'm here, but I'm thinking of my digestive processes and a thorn in the feet. And I'm thinking of marrying this wonderful, athletically dancing brahmachari. Or I'm thinking of this and that and the other thing in the world. When you feel this embarrassing reality of conditioned life, which is a reality which is very much our own, and just do one little step in your mind, I'm very separated from Krishna. Then this misery, tatenu kampam, this karmic misery which comes your way, is functioning as an incentive. That means something which drives you on in your Krishna consciousness. Vrindavan Dham is so nice. Krishna consciousness is so nice that you only have to be frank and open and sincere. Understand who you are and understand what you can become by mercy. Hare Krishna. This is very good teaching. This feeling the separation, this entering into this mood, and this hankering for the mercy of the Vaishnavas, this hankering for the mercy. This is very, very good teaching. The best way to express your sincere separation, that my dear Lord, I only want you, is to chant His holy names in such a mood. Chanting of the holy name is much more than you think. It is a possibility of meeting Krishna. Chanting Hare Krishna is not just a means to an end, a sadhana which will bring us to a sadhya, a goal of sadhana. You must know that the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is even going on in the spiritual world. It is not given up as a boat is given up once you have crossed the river. Once you have gotten your goal, the chanting is not given up. It is still performed there. In Ujjvala Nilamani, Rupa Goswami describes Srimati Radharani's condition of chanting. When Radharani feels the intense separation from Krishna, and it becomes intolerable, Radharani will go to a creeper which she has planted, which crawls up a tamal tree. And for the last time in her life, she embraces this golden creeper and the tree. She knows, I will soon die. Then she takes the necklace which Krishna has given to Radharani, as our Radhanath Maharaj has informed us. And she says, Lalita, I am very soon going to die. This is for you. It's a farewell gift for you. Keep me in your memory. And then she enters a grove of kadamba trees and faints and falls to the ground. This moment, do you know who saves her? The holy name. Lalita and the gopis find Radharani in this dying condition, and they come around her and begin to chant very lovingly, not so loud and temperamental. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. And Radharani wakes up from the swoon and says, oh, Krishna is here? The holy name is not just a means to an end. Bhaktivinoda Thakur expresses to us that the holy name is our first meeting with Krishna. If you do not meet Krishna in the holy name, you will not meet him anywhere else. You will not meet him in a bush of Vrindavan, for instance. You might meet a thorn there who says, hey, wake up, don't be a Samajiya. Ow! We had this on Parikrama, one particularly emotional person was saying, hey Krishna, where are you? Running, and then ow! He got on the thing, on the thorn. Ouch! You will meet Krishna in the name. Would you like to hear this? Or to be an incarnation of Lord Krishna on this earth. Although he appears like a bird, Krishna, still by his inconceivable power, he is completely spiritual. The name is a special incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As Krishna and his name are identical, Krishna has descended to earth as Nama. Krishna Nama is our first introduction to Krishna. May I repeat this for the sleeping souls? Krishna Nama is our first introduction to Krishna. Please, let us repeat this. Krishna Nama is our first introduction to Krishna. Therefore, we first meet Krishna in his name. This is startling, isn't it? With determination to reach Krishna, we must first accept the name of Krishna. My dear devotees, do not take this chanting as something which you have to do in order to come to the Braj Mandal Parikram of Radhanath Maharaj. I've heard the standards are very high here. One is not allowed to speak Prajalpa, and one must have completed a fixed number of rounds each day, minimum 16, I heard. Some standard is here. I hope I will meet this standard one day, because when I'm not chanting, I usually talk a lot of nonsense. Yes, don't take it as some fee to be part of the membership card or the Lions Club. No! The chanting is much more! It is Krishna! You must be very careful to somehow found this out in your own life. You must become a scientist who finds out the spiritual truth. Otherwise, you will not make it in Krishna consciousness. For the very end, I would like to tell you a humorous story which in the end will make you cry. Hare Krishna. Once, Krishna was playing in the palace of Mother Yashoda. And he saw there was a beautiful box. He was naturally fascinated what was in the box and for whom this box was made. I will remember how Deena Bandhu always says when Krishna addresses Yashoda, Ma! He still says like this. Maya, yes. Maya. For whom is this box and what is in this box? Oh, said Yashoda, I will make tomorrow a box like this just for you. No, Maya. I want to know for whom this box is. And then Yashoda was very moved with eyes of love. She said, this is for the most qualified girl, who's more qualified even than Parvati and even Lakshmi. She's born, she's a jewel who's born from the mine of Kirtida and Vrishabhanu. Vrishabhanu, Prabhu is here. She is Radha. So Krishna smiled. Krishna, wait, it's getting better. Hey, Shuno, Shuno. Yes, very good. The first was you. Just at that moment, the two goldsmiths of Krishna were coming, and Yashoda was informed, hey, the two goldsmiths are there. So Yashoda went outside to discuss some details on Krishna, how to make an earring of Krishna and a new mukut. Krishna opened the box, threw the contents out, and jumped into the box and closed it. And then he opened it again and said to Dhanishta, Dhanishta, give this contents to Srimati Radharani separately. Quickly take it away from here. So Yashoda was dealing with the goldsmith, and then Abhimanyu came by. Oh, Abhimanyu, you are here? Yes, I'm here. I'm discussing some details with the cows with your husband Nanda Maharaj. Oh, very good, said Yashoda. Afterwards, you come and I have a box for your wife, Radharani. Inside, Vrishabhanu Nandini, I have placed the most valuable ornaments. Please wheel them around you, your neck. This is the message. Okay, I will tell, said Abhimanyu. Then he lifted the box up and he carried the box. And as he was carrying the box on his way to Yavat, he felt extremely blissful, because everyone who is in contact with Krishna and carries Krishna must feel extremely blissful. Although in Leela this is a great problem what he carried. So he came by Yatila. Yatila said, what are you bringing? Oh, I'm bringing some present from Mother Yashoda with a message. Inside is the most costly ornament, Radha. It is to be hung around the neck. Very good, said Yatila. Bring this inside. So inside, Radharani was with her Sakhis, and they were dressed like girls dress amongst themselves, a little casually. And Radharani was very, very sad because she felt intense pangs of separation. Do you know that when Radharani felt her separation, her body became so hot that the flower bed, which was moistened with Yamuna water on which she was lying down, was drying up in a minute. When Radharani would fall on the ground, she would perspire and wetten the ground of Braj so that it would become muddy. But immediately all the water would evaporate and it would become a very, very hard form. Radharani was in an intense condition. As I put it on the jewel podest, Radharani said to her Sakhis, I'm feeling some twitching in the left side. This means Krishna must be very near. When women feel some twitching in the left side, it is auspiciousness. But when men feel twitching in the left side, it is bad omen. They have to feel it in the right side. Then it is very auspicious. I must tell you very confidentially, a few days I first thought you would all come on the 4th year, because this was the information. But a few days ago I started to feel twitching in the right eye. And it was twitching and twitching. First I thought, due to old age, I'm developing a nervous disorder in the eye. Then I'm thinking, no, Vaishnavas will come here. Most probably Radhanath Maharaj will not be able to escape the thinking, when are you coming, Maharaj? Which I'm sending from Surya Kund to Vrindavan. I felt like this, and then only one day, yesterday, it was confirmed that you would all come. So this is the twitching. It is on the right side. It has to happen with men. On the left side, it has to happen with women. When you feel this is some biological pre-telling method. So I feel this twitching in the left side, said Radharani. By this time, Abhimanyu shyly went already out of the room. My lover must be very near. At this moment, Krishna jumped out of the box. Bang! The Sakis were looking, Radharani were looking. And then they started to laugh and laugh and laugh. It is said waves of humor was coming through the room. Waves of beauty were coming from Shyama Sundara's body, and they were all laughing and giggling and hiding themselves behind the veil. But then Radharani got very ferocious. She changed her mood and said, "Rascal, how can you come in this room, which is not to be entered by foreign men? You are such a rascal, you have even dared to take the contents which your mother put into this box out of the box, you have thrown it out. Such a rascal you are. And then you are becoming, you allow yourself to be carried by someone who shouldn't carry you into this room. Go, quickly, Sakis, inform Mother Yatila about Krishna's presence here." Krishna, very elegant, he said, "Stop. This is not the fact." Playing next to this fragrant box, then I desired to make my body a little fragrant. So I went into the box. And this impudent girl, what has she done? She has sent someone to kidnap me from my innocent playing. And then he has carried me here. This is kidnapping. And then everyone again laughed and laughed and laughed. And then the Saki said, "But now please, Radha, follow the advice of Yashoda, of Abhimanyu and Yatila. When Abhimanyu entered, he murmured the message of Yashoda that inside the box is the most wonderful jewel. It is to be carried around the neck." So this is another pastime which followed then. The wonderful meeting of Radha and Krishna, by Krishna going inside the box. My dear devotees, Krishna has come in a box to all of you also. This box is your present chanting. Krishna is the holy name, but we often see the holy name as something hard. Something, oh Krishna, Krishna, why 16 rounds? Not yet done. Only 5 rounds. 5. until 16 is, let me get my calculator, 11 more rounds left. Tragic. No, this is not. Means covered name. The tongue is covered by avidya, ignorance, a strong disease of material name and material life. And this covering must be uncovered. But Krishna is so kind that the way to uncover the covering to his holy name is to just chant and chant and chant and chant. The way to him is really Krishna. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur once said, this is the difference between Krishna consciousness and all religious processes. That the way is the goal. The chanting is, in other words, also Krishna. And he gave an example how a way can be the goal. Some of you might have contact with the New Age movement, and there they often like to say the way and the goal. And here you can say, yes, here it is, Hare Krishna. Once there was a beggar who never had seen gold. So he went to the king and asked, can you show me gold? The king said, yes. Walk up the staircase and open the door, and when you have opened the door, all what you see is my royal treasury. It is all made of gold. So the beggar climbed up the staircase. It was a very unusual staircase. And opened the door. When he saw inside the treasury room, he saw golden vases, ankles, currency, and so on. But what he also understood is something which he had not understood before. He looked back and he saw the staircase which he had climbed to come to the treasury was also gold. But he hadn't known it until he had seen the gold, or identified the gold by the description of the king. So the chanting of the holy name is Krishna. And my dear devotees, don't take this lightly. Every one of you, please know this is how you will meet Krishna. This is Krishna in the box for you. He is hidden at the beginning. Learn to chant properly and chant now we don't want to give a japa workshop, although it would be very beneficial for me to talk about how to do this properly and learn. But please, devotees, make take the potency of this place. It's a meeting place for Krishna. And do you know what the great devotees do to meet him? Do you know what Jagannath Das Babaji has done in his bhajan kutir? Chanting, chanting, chanting. Madhusudan Das Baba. Chanting, chanting, chanting. Another Baba has come here. He was a member of the royal family of Manipur. He was. And when he heard that he was going to be married, he ran to Vrindavan out of fear. Something for our brahmacharis. And he sat there on this island-like place. And do you know what he did? Chanting, chanting, chanting. He didn't do anything else. He became 120 years old. This is a place of chanting also. And a place of meeting. So, chanting. So I'm a little talkative now because I have been so silent for so long. I have to bite on my tongue to not go over the time. Let me thank you once again for listening so kindly. If I have spoken a little temperamental and a little intense, I'm usually a peaceful person. But it is such a serious subject matter. It must be talked with it. I didn't mean to attack you in any way, and so on. I know you're wonderful process of becoming wonderful. Hare Krishna, sorry. But we cannot forget the realities of life. Hare Krishna. I don't know.
Shalakaya, Takshurunmilitam Deena, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya-Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale, Swayam Rupa-Kadamayam Tatham-Svapantikam Adadanas-Trinandam Daivitam Yache Puna-Puna Shrimad Rupa-Padamujo Nisyam Janma-Janmani. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Chant Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama So His Holiness Radhanath Swami, His Holiness Sachinandana Maharaj, His Grace Surya Prabhu, His Grace Malati Prabhu, Krishna, I always say Krishna Lila, Rasa Lila, and let's see, I think some of the guys too. Nartaki, alright, Nartaki Mataji, who else? Who? No, who else? All the wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. We were just talking about chanting. I tried to get the chant, but anyway. But I was thinking, yeah, we'll chant, I know. Since we were celebrating Srila Prabhupada's 25th disappearance anniversary, and there was a very sweet memory. The street with his briefcase in one hand, his cup of coffee in the other hand, trying to catch. Sure, just like other day we were, of course you all were with us like over time, we were hearing about how Krishna killed this vatsa. So vatsa means calf, you know. Also when we see a small child, you know, then we say vats. Because as soon as you see calf, just like we were going around Braj and everywhere we see these sweet calves, immediately this flow of vatsalya just comes flowing out as soon as you see calf, you know. So little child also like that, as soon as you see that same type of flow, but you want to call, oh, vats, hey, vats. So that type of, hearing about that type of feeling that Lord has, He has that same, that when we see the calf, that feeling that when we see the calf, you know, Krishna has that feeling for His devotees. So hearing about that Bhakta Vatsalness, Mamakam Hridayama Shukumpati, that my heart is just quivering in ecstasy. So we have some hope. Krishna's name is Deena Bandhu. So we have some hope. And here He's manifested this beautiful deity of Surya and Narayan to give us more hope. As Maharaj was saying, there's many self-manifest deities like Radha who manifested after Krishna left this planet. But this was manifested while Krishna was here. We have this beautiful Surya Narayan deity here. And it's very wonderful also. I came here many years ago. There was one fellow here named Moni Baba. I don't think he belonged to any particular sampradaya. I don't even know if he was Vaishnava or Mayavad. I don't think any offensive. I never could understand. He had never had tilak or anything. But then my good friend Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, who used to do Sankirtan for us. He used to work sometimes reading Prabhupada's books on the book stall, sometimes traveling Sankirtan, sometimes he sold books in Mayapur. Somehow he came here and Muni Baba was tired of staying here, so he gave it to Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, who's now taken sannyas in Gaudiya Math. His name is Bhakti Sarvasya Parikram Maharaj. So now this one glorious temple has come back to Gaudiya Sampradaya, and it's half, 50% discount, 50% Gaudiya Math. You saw Prabhupada's picture is also there, like that. So this is very, very wonderful. This temple has come back into the worship of the Gaudiya Sampradaya, including ISKCON. So this is very, very wonderful and glorious, and very also giving us hope. You know. So this pastime is so wonderful, and these two glorious Maharajas have just showered the most sweet divine nectar over all of us and just drenched us with this incredible bliss of Krishna consciousness. I feel like a little frog, croaking behind them. So, but still, just to relish this pastime a little more, there's some very sweet details that, what day is today? Where are we? That was the day when they met these two Brahmins. They advised her specifically Sunday. They said, you come on Sunday to do this puja. So they came here on Sunday. And of course, Radharani, when Jatila was dragging her to this place, no, you have to do this puja, it'll be very good for your husband. She knows with Jatila and Kuti, they're always just forcing me to do all these different things. So she wasn't coming here so willingly. And as Maharaj explained, when she came, she immediately recognized who was the priest and his fat little this Brahmin and his fat little disciple, so she had to pull her sari over her mouth to keep her, he was just laughing, and she had to pull her sari over. Nobody could notice that she's laughing when she saw this fat little disciple there. And nobody can understand. Jatila was simply amazed hearing that priest was guiding Radharani in the worship of Krishna. If you take one meaning, you can take that very closely. Actually, she was worshipping Krishna. These mantras were composed. Jatila, she was simply amazed at hearing these wonderful mantras. Never heard these mantras before. Nobody had ever chanted mantras like this ever before. So the actual real meaning was she was being initiated into the worship of Sri Krishna. Like that. Then we heard how Jatila, she wanted to give some dakshina. And at first Krishna said, no. Brahmins should not be very happy to do their service. They shouldn't be just greedy for money. And Madhu Mangal says, anyway, we don't accept anything from women. We're very strict brahmacharis. And he said, no, we have to give dakshina. All right. He said, no, we're very strict. We can't receive any gifts from women. He said, no. He said, she told Radharani, you take that beautiful gold locket from your neck and you give it as dakshina. Madhu Mangal says, well, my guru can't touch, but on his behalf, I'll accept this dakshina. So he got the very beautiful gold and jewel locket from Srimati Radharani's. Along with all those laddus, he packed that up there in his dhoti in a very special way. So then when they were leaving the temple, then Radharani, she's very clever. She had one of her girlfriends walking behind her. So on the pretext of turning to talk to her girlfriend, she's looking back at the priest standing there at the door of the Surya temple. She made her walk right behind her, so that way she's talking to her girlfriend, but actually she's looking back at the priest, that Krishna and Radha, their glances are going back and forth like this. She's very clever. So when they arrived at that place where Balaram was waiting with all the cowboys, that's a little place on the side of Govardhan Hill called Wal Poka. Because in Braj they it's funny. So you've been in Navadi Bandhu Parikram. Everywhere we went, there was pukur, right? Who went on Navadi Bandhu Parikram? So everywhere you go, there's pukur, right? So in Braj it becomes pukur, and then sometimes they even cut it even more. Just like in Parsana, there's Banu Kaur. They just cut down the Kaur. Shiva Kaur, we saw in Radhanath. So, and Gwal. Now most of you know Gwal, but some of our devotees who don't speak Hindi, they can't understand Gwal. So we have to give a little Hindi lesson here. So just like there's a rickshaw, and who's the person who drives the rickshaw? Not you guys, I'm talking to Gorbog. He's all the way from Iceland, do you imagine? Probably a lot of you never even heard of Iceland. Yeah, so the rickshaw and the rickshaw wala. So you, all of you be quiet. So go, what does go? What does go? What does go mean? Cow. Cow. So the person who takes care of the cow, he's the gowala, 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 gwal. Or pure becomes gwar. Or pure bishvasa gwaria. Nah, gwaria. So gwal poker. So when they got there, and they finally, hit Madhamangal's eyes and began to steal everything, and they opened up his dhoti, stole all of those ladus, and were just chasing after them. Suddenly this gold locket came out with somebody's name written on the back of it. And all the cowherd boys, they really laughed and said, "Whoa, what kind of Brahmin dakshin is this, buddy? Oh, Batuka! Oh, Batu, what kind of Brahmin dakshin is it? Woo, woo, woo." Of course, when Krishna was giving everything back to Madhamangal, he kept that golden jewel locket inside his dhoti. That he didn't give back. This way, this very exquisitely sweet pastime. It took place here many 5,000 years ago on a Sunday. We're sitting here on Sunday. And I was thinking about that flute. His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu was so sweetly reading that Venu Geet. Other gopis are criticizing, what austerities has this flute done that he can get the nectar of Krishna's lips? Which is, they're considering that's their property. But Surdas, you never made it to Chandasarova, right? You did go to Chandasarova, that's the place of Surdas. At Surdas, he has a beautiful song where the flute gives his answer. What austerities did I perform? You want to know? You want to know how to get Krishna's lips? Are you ready? Because the bamboo, it grows on the banks of the river. So the seeds fall in the river and they flow far away. So from my very birth, I left my family, all my friends and relatives. Then I came to some place, and I stood there on one leg. For many, many years, I stood there on one leg. You want to know what austerities I perform? Are you ready? For many years to stand up, we can't even sit here for a couple hours while we talk. One leg, I stood there on one leg for many, many years. And did I eat? I drank water through my foot. You want to know what austerities I did? I drank water through my foot. And even that one foot, you know what they did? They cut it off. They chopped off my foot. They chopped off all of my limbs. They chopped off that one foot that I was standing. They chopped off all my limbs. You ready for that? Then what did they do? They stuck me in this hot sun and made me very dry and dry and dry. And they stuck me in the hot sun. After sticking me in the hot sun, what did they do? I was already so hot. They took a red hot poker and they burn holes through my whole body. What austerities did I perform? Are you ready? Ready to perform austerities like that? Then you can get Krishna's lips. So these were the austerities performed by that flute. So, anyway, I think we should take Sachinandana Maharaj's chant and chant at one time. Bandhu, don't let it come back.
ये मंदिर है, ये वाला जगन्नाथ स्वामी।
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Have a big jam. Don't bow down. We'll get it, all right. Don't bow down, just bow down within your heart.
Sightseeing. Oh, good, thank you, sister.
Madhusudan was here, he got malaria, and it was a whole other story.
All picked up the Shila and found this crown. So it seems it is very authorized Shila. Good. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
It's Sita Baba Mandir, Gonitai, design in front. This is the running crown. Everyone making nice for to second part.
Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhantitam Sra Ekorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Because it is almost dark, we only have a few moments to talk. Please listen carefully. It is very important what you are about to hear. In a few moments, we will be boarding the buses and going to take holy bath in Sri Radha Kund. We would like to speak for many hours on the subject of Sri Radha Kund, but we should bathe before it is dark. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discovered Sri Radha Kund. There was a paddy field. It was called Parikram. Even the Vrijabasis closer Radha Kund and Sham Kund were. But it is declared in the scriptures to be the holiest of all holy places. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered prayers, in essence, that the waters of Radha Kund are the pure ecstatic love of Sri Radharani in liquid form. And anyone who sincerely bathes in Radha Kund will attain that same love of Sri Radharani's heart. Sri Rupa Goswami explains in Upadeshamrita that Sri Radha Kund is the holiest of all holy places in the entire universal creation. Within the earth, the holiest places in India are only where the Lord is incarnated many times. On the earth, the holiest places in India, the holiest place is Mathura Mandala. The holiest place in Mathura Mandala is the 12 forests of Vrindavan, of which the holiest of the forest of Vrindavan. Within the forest of Vrindavan, the holiest place is Govardhan, and the holiest of all holy places is Sri Radha Kund and Sri Sham. Radha Kund was created by Srimati Radharani. Sham Kund was created by Lord Krishna. All the holy places of pilgrimage have entered into Radha Kund and Sham. But most of all, it is the most intimate, confidential place where Sri Radha and Deena perform their transcendental pastimes. They have filled these rooms with their own ecstatic love. When we bathe in Radha Kund, it should be done in very deep, sincere prayer. At one time, devotees were splashing and joking while bathing in Radha Kund, and Prabhupada banned any devotees from bathing in Radha Kund because he considered it was such a serious offense. We should approach no talking except absolutely essentials. We should be chanting the holy names and offering deep heartfelt prayers, begging for mercy, begging for pure unalloyed desire for devotional service. It is in that spirit, sincere, helpless repentance, we should pray. We should offer our full obeisances, and then with great reverence, sprinkle 3 drops of water upon our heads, then take Achman, and then we may enter into Sri Radha Kund.
Radha Kund dapat.
Birth to twins, Yam and Yami. Yam, Yamaraj, who makes everyone close his eyes. And everyone is very much afraid of Yamaraj. And Yami, Yamuna, because by taking our bath in Yamuna, then we become free from all sin, therefore we have no more fear of Yamaraj. So, Yamaraj and Yamuna, they are brother and sister. Just like 2 days after Diwali, especially in the Gujarati community, they like to go to Visram Ghat in Mathura, and together, brother and sister, they take baths together. And brother gives so many bangles and saris to sister, sister gives nice foodstuffs for brother. Like this is very nice. Yam Dvitiya, or Bhai Dooj. Gujarati they call Bhai Dooj. So because she is daughter of the sun, therefore her name is Surya Putri. Or Bhanu Putri. Or Bhanu Nandini. You know Bhanu, just like we have our Bhanu Maharaj. Bhanu means sun. So Bhanu Nandini. On this planet, she comes down first on top of Kalinda mountain. Therefore she's known as Kalindi.
Kalindi.
Or Kalinda Nandini. Or even more sweet, Kalindagiri Nandani. Say it. Kalindagiri Nandani. Say it.
Kalindi Nandani.
Her waters are always blackish, dark. Therefore she's called Shama. Or Krishna. Just like 2 years ago we went to Kumbh Mela. Much colder than this. This is just the beginning. So in Kumbh Mela there we saw Ganga was coming very light colored. And from other side Yamuna was carrying very deep color. And then you can see where they mix the Sangam, you can see very easily because one is light and one is dark. So she's called Krishna. She is very dear to Krishna, so she's called Krishna Priya. And our Rupa Goswami has given nice name. Arabinda Bandhu Nandini. Arabinda Bandhu Nandini. You know Arabinda? You know Arabind? Huh? Yeah, we sing every day. Mande Guru Sri Chara Arabindam. So Arabinda means? Huh? Lotus. Arabinda Bandhu. Bandhu, you know, friend. So who's the friend of all the lotus flowers? I'll give you a hint. When moon will come, then every lotus, she will close her face. She doesn't like to see moon. But as soon as sun will rise in the morning, then every lotus will open her face and big smile to see the sun. So the friend of all the lotus flowers is Surya. So Arabinda Bandhu Nandini, the daughter of the friend of all the lotus flowers. This is Rupa Goswami's name, fortunately. And he has given that in very nice song. Jamunastak. He's given 8 prayers. Vrataranta pattine vipatti harine prekshayoti papino pipappa sindhutarani Niramaduri virapya seisa chitta bandhani Mam punatu sarvadara vinda bandhu nandani Mam punatu sarvadara vinda bandhu nandani Harivari Darya Bimanditoru Kandava Pundarika Mandalodyat Andajali Tandava Snana Kama Pama Roga Papa Sampadandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindabandhu Nandani Shikadabri Mr. Jantu Durvipakka Mardani Nanda Nanda Nantaranga Bhakti Purva Vardani Tira Sangama Bilasi Mangal Anubandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindabandhu Nandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindabandhu Nandani Vipa Chakravala Justa Sapta Sindhu Vedani Sri Makunda Nirmituru Divya Keli Vedani Kanti Kandaliver Indra Nila Vrinda Nindani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vinda Vandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vinda Vandani Maturena Mandalena Charuna Vimandita Premanara Vaishnavara Vardidaya Pandita Urmidor Vilasa Padmanabha Parabandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindavandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindavandani Ramyatira Rambamana Gokadamba Bhushita Divyagandha Vakadamba Pushparada Bhushita Nanda Suna Bhakta Sangha Sangama Vinandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindavandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindavandani Pula Paksha Malikaksha Hansa Laksha Kujita Bhakti Veda Deva Seda Kena Rali Pujita Tira Gandha Vaha Gandha Janma Bandha Randani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindabandhu Nandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindabandhu Nandani Chidvilasi Vari Pura Purbuvar Swarapani Kirtatapi Nurmaduru Papa Marma Tapani Balavindra Nandananga Raga Vanga Gandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindabandhu Nandani Mam Punatu Sarvadara Vindabandhu Nandani Justaburi Rastakena Nirmito Mujestitam Swamananya Bhanu Devi Patarva Deva Drishitam Yestaviti Vardavasya Sarva Papa Mochane Bhakti Puramasya Deve Pundarika Lochane Jamuna Maharani Jai. There's so many beautiful verses. He says, what is it? Padmanabha Pada Bandhani. Padmanabha Pada Bandhani. You can understand? Padmanabha Pada Bandhani. Padmanabha means Lord Krishna whose navel is like a lotus flower. So Padmanabha Pada. Pada means it's like Padayatra. Feet. Padmanabha Pada Bandhani. Who's always worshipping or offering prayers at the lotus feet. Urmi Dorvilasa, her little waves are just like little hands that are worshipping the lotus feet of Padmanabha, that fellow with the navel like lotus like navel. And he says, Tira Gandha Vaha Gandha Janma Bandha Randani. Tira Gandha Vaha Janma Gandha. If you just get a little scent, Gandha means scent, just a little whiff of the breeze that is coming from the bank. Just like this morning, little tiny Not so much, just little tiny cool breezes. Just a whiff of the smell of that tiny little breeze that comes from the tira, from the bank of Yamuna. Tira gandha vaha, gandha, janma bandha. You can understand janma bandha, that great obstacle of birth. Janma bandha, randani, destroys just a whiff of the breeze coming from the banks of Yamuna. Just a whiff of the scent. Not even the full scent, just a little whiff. Tira gandha vaha, gandha. Just a whiff of the scent of the breeze coming from the bank of Yamuna. Janma bandha, randani, destroys that great obstacle of again taking birth. Balavindra Nandananga Raga Banga Gandani. This one is so sweet. Balavindra Nandan. This is the name for Krishna. Balavindra Nandan. Anga is his body. Balavindra Nandan Anga Rag. That flavor coming from the body of the Lord. Balavindra Nandan Anga Raga Banga. Because by entering into the Yamuna, and then the scent of his body has, banga means to break, or to separate, so that beautiful scent from his body is separated into the water. Balavindra Nandan Anga Raga Banga Gandani. So she's scented by that scent that is separated from the beautiful limbs of Balavindra Nandan. And one verse I especially like. What is that? Ramyatira Rambamana Gokadamba Bhushita Divyaganda Bakadamba Pusparada Rushita Nandasuno Bhakta Sangam Sangam Abhinandani Mam Punatu Savadara Vinda Bandhu Nandani Mam Punatu Savadara Vinda Bandhu Nandani. This is Ramya Tira. Tira we know, huh? Banks. Ramya Tira, very lovely banks. Ramya Tira Rambamana Go Kadamba. Now we were just talking about Kadamba tree. But actually in Sanskrit, Kadamba means group. Or party. Group or something. It's like Democratic Party, that is a group, huh? That's Kadamba. So here it says Go Kadamba. Which type of Kadamba? Which type of group?
Cows.
Cows. And what are those cows doing? Rambamana. You know Rambamana? No? All those little cows are going This is Rambamana. So Ramyatira Rambamana Gokadamba Bhushita. Just like you know Abhushan, Balade Vidya Abhushan. Abhushan means ornaments or jewelry. Just like all the ladies, they too much like jewelry. No? So Yamuna, she's also a lady, she likes jewelry. But what is her jewelry? Little black and white and yellow and red cows are wandering along her banks going This is the jewelry of Yamuna Mai. Ramyatira Rambamana Gokadamba Bhushita Divya Gandha Bakadamba Pusparada Rushita. Again this word Kadamba has come because the reason this Kadamba flower is called Kadamba because it's not one flower, it's a group of flowers in a little ball. So many little flowers are there in a group, in a little ball. Or in Mayapur in a big ball like this. But we have a little ball like this in Devi Kadamba. So this group of flowers, this is called Kadamba. And Rupa Goswami has kept two meanings. One is that the banks are covered by Kadamba trees. Other is Kadamba flowers. We go to Brahmandagat, a little ways from here is Brahmandagat. Then we'll see a Kadamba tree. You'll see the little seed pods are there. And you can just imagine some of those seed pods have fallen, but still so many seed pods are there. They're completely covered with Kadamba flowers. So he says, Divya Ganda. Divya, just like in English we say divine. Divya Ganda, and Ganda means fragrance. Divya Ganda Bhakadamba Pusparaja Rushita. That wonderful scent of the Kadamba flower is flowing in all directions. When Kadamba trees are in bloom, it is so nice. This scent is going everywhere. And flower is beautiful yellow color like Radharani. So this flower is very dear to Krishna. If you make garland of Kadamba flowers, then Nanda, he becomes very, very pleased. So Divya Ganda Bhakadamba Pusparaja Rushita. Nanda Suno Bhakta Sangam, Sangam Abhinandani. Nanda Suno Bhakta Sangha. Those devotees who are the devotees of son of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Suno means son of Nanda Maharaj. Some of them came from this side, some of them came from that side, some from here, some from there, some from this way, some from that way. So all of them have come early in the morning to take their bath. So Jamuna, she's doing the Abhinandan. She's giving welcome, Sangam, to all of those groups. Some have come from here, Nanda Suna Bhakta Sangha, but Sangam, to all of those, she's doing their Abhinandan. She's giving welcome to all of them early in the morning when they come to take their bath. Mam Punatu Sarva Dara Binda Bandhu Nandini. May that beautiful daughter of the friend of all the lotus flowers always purify me. So we're sitting just... So this is very wonderful place. Cintahara.
Cintahara.
All our beauties are taken away. As I said, nearby, just a little ways upstream is Brahmandagat.